It has, yeah. On the day, it's hard to believe it happened, and it's all quite a whirlwind. It happened quite quickly, but certainly with what's going on back home as well, it was a massive boost for the yard. And I think the exciting thing is the way the market's moved. We're now suddenly got two live chances in two big races come April 11th. So that's very exciting.
The next day, did the boys know they'd been around?
You know what, they took it really well. Young Rascal especially. They had a normal day on the Sunday anyway, but Monday they had another walk day, which is our usual routine, but they dragged both myself and Safid round. So we were delighted how they came out, and they've continued to thrive, so we're very happy.
The piece of work here at Canterbury this morning, explain what you were after from Addeybb and Young Rascal.
Yeah, obviously fitness isn't an issue as much. It was more to see that mentally they'd stepped on for the run, which is what we were hoping, and that's what they showed us today. Addeybb in particular, he was quite ring rusty the bit before he ran, and we'd hoped he'd take the sort of step forward that he has, but both looked to, and Tom, who has ridden in both bits, he was very happy with them both and said they've come on for the run. So that was the idea, and all fingers crossed for April 11th.
We spoke to Tom. What were Robbie's comments on Addeybb this morning?
Yeah, he's a very straightforward horse, so I think he surprised him how well he picked up for him when he asked him, because he does just sort of go round in a nice rhythm, and I think he can sort of lull you into a sort of full sense of security that he's going to be a bit lethargic, but he picked up really good for him and arrived nice and smoothly. So he was very happy, and he said he loved the ground. So.
They both came here with the right kind of rating, didn't they? You never quite know until you're here, but it just must be pleasing to run up to what you guys know is there.
Definitely, we've brought two proper horses down, and they've turned up with their best form, which you need to do. So it's nice to see them run to that level straight off the bat, and we're just hoping that they can improve on that, either distance-wise or Addeybb with the run under his belt.
You're right about lifting the spirits back home. There's not a great deal happening. This must be a bit of a kick for the game back home.
Yeah, it's there's no target back home. There's a hope that they'll sort of race at the end of April, but training horses without targets to run them at's difficult, and so to have these two here with good chances and running in proper races for good money, it gives everyone something to follow.
In the lead up to the big assignments, we'll see them again, I dare say, for another hit out.
Yeah, they won't do a huge amount. They'll have a couple of sharp little bits, either on their own or together. Haven't really decided yet. We'll see how they come out of this one and just what they're telling us, really. But again, it'll be just to keep them mentally focused rather than any sort of fitness queries.
No knock on the Randit field, it was very good, we know, and also the Manion Cup, but these two horses, Addeybb and Young Rascal, their grand finals are up against some pretty good horses, so it's a great test for them still.
Yeah, we've always said that they were going to need to improve on their first run, just because they were going to run in tougher races, and Very Elegant, she was very impressive in the Tancred, and Mustajir as well, actually. He up in trip again, we know his form back home, and he would have quite a similar sort of profile to Young Rascal, and it'll be interesting to see how those two battle it out. And then there's the Japanese horse, Chiaka Shark, got a tough trip the other day. That's no fault of his own. It's just one of those. So up in trip, he'll be dangerous, I would say.
The Canterbury quarantine facility here, the use of the track, your take on the facilities here and how it's been?
It's been second to none. We've got to thank the whole team here and Greg, and the track's absolutely phenomenal. We're allowed on it every day, and it's just an absolute carpet, and it's been a massive factor of, I'm sure, why the horses have settled in so well and why they've thrived here. And we're able to do whatever we want and train them however we want, so that's been a massive help and a massive part of getting them into a routine and making them feel like they haven't travelled all the way around the world.
That'll do us, Harry.
Marvellous.